everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. So unless you're sitting under a rock the last 24 hours, you heard about this. Probably got an email. Even if you did something or didn't do anything, or you did something really light in terms of breaking rules, which would be having an alt, you probably got this email. So yeah, so you violated terms and Evony won't really tell you what. They'll just say, tough luck, we own every single thing in this game and every single thing you do, and please pay us for the right for us to own you. If you are going to pay them, I don't recommend you buy packs like this that are in these events. Usually they are quite a big ripoff. Yes, we got lucky and got that event this time. Just go up here, buy the daily pack, the event pack, whether it's $5 or $100. This gives you all the stuff right here that you really want, the blood crystals and the jades and twigs, and that's really what's going to help you grow in the game. And use the code that's floating across the screen right now, extra 5% discount. Basically, like, that's what their terms of service is. Their terms of service basically says they own everything in here and you can't do anything about it. I know a guy who was banned 6 weeks ago, and he's still trying to get in. And he's like, what did I do? Just tell me what I did. Like, yeah, I had some alts. Like, that's it. And he's banned. And he can't get in. And he's over 1 billion power. And he keeps writing every single day. He's lost all his subs now. And he's like, they keep telling him, like, no, it's been verified by multiple sources that you broke a rule. And this is like 6 weeks ago when they did a round of punishments. And they just won't let up. But I know other people who've got them to change their opinion. And I know other people who have alts who they've wrote in and got them to change. So I don't know how Evony decides like what a big is worth it. Our server, personally, we didn't get hit too hard. I only know 2 people who lost 1 account each in the last 24 hours, or not. They didn't even lose the account. They lost like resources and gems, like everybody. But that's because we've been hit so hard over the past like 6 months that there's really just nothing left for them to hit. Nobody's hitting alts. People have alts. They're just stacking up with resources. People are hardly hitting them. I've seen accounts get deleted off of our map because we hit them. Like, they were probably someone else's alt, but they were not our alt. And then I've seen the accounts been removed just because we hit them and took away. Like, there was one guy a few weeks ago, we took like 15 billion each off of this account. They were just holding a sub and like the 10-minute countdown. And he held the sub the whole time with the alt. And the resources left. And then a couple days later, the account was removed. And it wasn't even that guy getting to use his alt. Like, it's crazy the way Evony's doing this. In the last developer call, they said they were doing it based off of IP address. But they said the same IP address, which was wrong. Everyone's like, if you're trying to get resource sellers, you should be looking at different IP addresses. Not the same, because they're like, we don't want to punish people with alts. That's not our thing. We want to get the resource sellers. But clearly that is not the case. So how are they catching people? Nobody really knows. But my best guess is, looking at it, is it's basically a few different factors. 1 is IP address. 2 is patterns, right? So if they see an account kicked from an alliance, hit 40 times, maybe 100 times, and invited back to the alliance, that obviously that large amount of resources tips them off. And then, of course, another big one is narcs on your server, the rats, right? We all got them, people who are jealous, envious, and they write into Evony and they say, look at that, that's a bot, that's an alt. So once that happens, Evony has your name or your player ID on file, and then they keep a record. And like, they have records on everybody. They have a massive database on every single player. They know everybody's patterns. Like, if you're botting, they know you're online 24 hours. They know you're botting, but they don't look at it. They don't pay attention to it. Kind of like how like the CIA or whatever would have files on everything. Like, they record phone calls, but they don't ever look at it unless there's like keywords that are said or they have a reason to look into somebody. So once you're under Evony's radar, you're just going to get these emails all the time. Like, I got that email that I just showed you guys, and I haven't touched an alt because we got hit so hard little while ago. I haven't done anything in like months with that sort of stuff, but I still got the email just because I'm on their radar, I guess. I don't know why else I would have got it, but some people get hit harder. It's really weird how Evony chooses to punish people. They have like a sliding scale. Sometimes they take your account. Sometimes they take only active resources. And when people say active resources, they mean this stuff up here. And then sometimes they go in the inventory and they take just resource boxes, like these ones right here, right here. And then sometimes they'll take your actual monster boxes, these ones. And then sometimes they'll take your gems that are active and your gems that are in here. And they'll take your stamina. Like, it's really weird. And there's no one knows, like, oh, I broke the rules too much. They're going to punish me even harder than my friend. So no one knows. Some strategies that people have talked about is trading alts. So maybe you have friends in other alliances and you guys just take turns hitting each other's. That sort of stuff. That might help. Not sure what other strategies there is other than just accept that this seems to be the new way of the game. Evony's doing their best to get rid of alts, and you can just continue to create new ones when they're deleted, and that will work until maybe one day they start to punish main accounts, and then I think the game is over. If Evony ever goes after main accounts, I think it's over. But they did we got the Aglopes. I always pronounce it the Aglopes, but someone told me to look up the pronunciation, and it's the Aglopes. And we actually got them today, this event that I showed yesterday. And we got them all day. They just disappeared right now. We have had them since server reset. They have not disappeared. And you could see we're not a very high spending server or anything. This was only opened one time, and we had them all day, and it was amazing. And they gave these special chests. So they gave in the reports, right? They gave they nerfed them a little bit, but so we haven't had them for a couple hours now, maybe an hour or so. So when's the last one? So that is 2 hours ago. And you get a lot in there, right? You get all this stuff already. You already get the 4 tactic scrolls, but some of them drop these chests. These are the chests here, Grand Siren chest, and it's basically like you just hit another monster. So these drop periodically on some of them, and they are awesome. So if Evony is going to give us these monsters all the time, then, I wouldn't mind playing without an alt. So I got 3,272 of these so far today, and I had 0 going into today because I opened them all to do wall 43, and that's it. So hopefully they do keep these other events coming, and if they do, and they really do give us new monsters that give lots of resources and speeds all the time, I would love to play with no alts and just have a main account and be on the game a lot less, and it'd be a lot more fun. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of the punishments that they sent out. Is there any sort of pattern that you've recognized? And like, subscribe, leave a comment.